All right, so I had a thought recently that I had to write down last night, and it is having a healed society is bad for marketing. So, if you look at our society, it's basically all just one way to tell you how you're not good enough, and then you need to buy products that help you become better. But this is practicing something, which is that you're never good enough. And what we're dealing with right now is a society that is traumatized, that doesn't realize that it's traumatized. It just thinks, oh, this is just the way life is. But we really shouldn't be so reliant on the news and social media and on other people's opinions of us, because we're all sovereign beings and we all self-generate. We all have our own thoughts and feelings about ourselves, but we pull our self-worth from this traumatized society's wounded paradigm. And yeah, it's so against, it would so not work for this capitalistic society if everyone was healed, if everybody looked at their own shit and dealt with their own wounds. Because when everyone's projecting their shit onto other people, like on social media, then that means that there's a lot of people on social media. It's very trigger happy. It's good for business. It's good for more opportunities for people to look at ads on Facebook, and for people to, it's just a shit storm that's continuously refueling itself. And you know what? I guarantee that in the next few months that this Black Lives Matter stuff is going to pop off again, because I guess the trial is going on, and of course the guy's going to get off because this whole society, the whole government is corrupt, and it's better for business if he doesn't get what is coming, or whatever happened. If he's found not guilty, then social media is going to blow up again. People are going to be angry at each other again. There's going to be riots again. There's going to be more stuff to buy, and it's just a whole vicious cycle that I think is getting ramped up more and more, so that we can finally see how ridiculous it is. Because when you actually get in touch with your own humanity, it doesn't bother you that people have a different agenda or point of view as much. We all are wounded. We live in a traumatized, wounded society that's built off of ego and money-driven bullshit and survival of the fittest. There's 8 billion people, and most people are trying to be number one. That's why you see millionaires and billionaires who are miserable, because they're constantly chasing the carrot, because they're conditioned to just want more, to achieve more, to get more sex, more money, more items, more material shit. So I see that this purging has to happen. It's going to happen. It's part of our ascension process. And yeah, in my work with Landmark, getting in touch with my own humanity and getting in touch with other people's humanity, when they really share authentically what they're dealing with, and you can relate to them through that. It doesn't matter what color they are, or how old they are, what they do for a living. There's a spark, there's a sense, an underlying knowing that's deeper than language, that you can understand them. When someone else is open to being understood and to understanding you, it really doesn't matter. It's kind of ridiculous that we're at this point where racism is a thing, even, that's not just joked about and teased about, because we're not mature enough as a society to understand that there's something deeper underneath, and that people who are racist is just a mistake or a wound in their programming from however they grew up, that thought that it wasn't okay for certain people to be a certain color. And it's been implemented into our society, and people don't understand that. They just think that that's the way life is, and there's just a lack of awareness. And there's an expansion happening on the planet with this ascension, and it's going to be really fucking painful for people who are not willing to change or maneuver with the energies that are coming down. So, best thing to do is work on yourself, heal yourself, practice discernment, and giving your energy to things that serve you and not just giving it up to things unconsciously, something I'm working on too, and working on my triggers, because if we were not in a traumatized society, then we wouldn't be getting triggered all over the place. That's this whole political correctness stuff. It's all about triggers and like, I have a right to be offended and, you know, I'm triggered, so that means it's your fault. No, triggers are on us. And it's really powerful to just be neutral and to see your triggers and not act on them unconsciously. To kind of go through it in your mind or in your body. Be like, okay, I'm triggered because this person said this and it's making me feel this. And it's making me have this thought about me. It's always a reflection on us. It's perfect because everything is an opportunity for us to look at ourselves and how we're dealing with something or not dealing with something, which is dealing with it in a way that's whatever. You know what I'm saying, guys? So, yeah, that's what I see. Today is March 11th. I have a strong inkling that this BLM stuff is going to pop off again. That's just my prediction. And you don't have to buy into it. You're not a racist because you don't post about it on Facebook or you don't go out and go to a protest. This whole white silences violence thing is just a trick. This rhyming trick that people do for certain things. It's okay. So, love you all. Take care. Till next time.